How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
We want to welcome you to the Leo Lions Arena. Leo High School is a member of the Northeast State Athletic Conference and the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Leo welcomes Bellmont to tonight's contest. We hope that you will join us in our efforts to promote good sportsmanship by remembering that high school extracurricular activities are learning and educational experiences for our students. We strongly encourage you to show your respect for each student athlete, the coaches, the officials, spectators, and support groups that are present at this event by recognizing performance in a most positive manner. These students have devoted much of themselves in preparation for this contest tonight. We thank you in advance for your cooperation and encouragement. Before we begin tonight's festivities, we ask that you please rise, remove your hat, and join a Leo Choir ensemble in the singing of our national anthem.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Leo High School. It is a high school volleyball clash. Number 9, Leo, taking on number 5, Bellmont in Class 3A, and goes a long way in determining a winner, of course, in the Northeast 8. We'll have other information tonight regarding a bunch of state-ranked teams from around the area, but first things first, this is a clash of the best of the NE8. Leo comes in winning 9 straight, but their only blemish on the season. A loss to Heritage earlier this month on the 8th, and there was no doubt about it by the Patriots that they bested Leo in 3 straight games. Meanwhile, Bellmont comes in. They have won 4 straight, 10 of the last 12 dating back to the Newcastle Invitational. That also includes the clash in Casstown, Ohio, and that's one thing that this Bellmont team hasn't done. It hasn't ducked opponents. They played the best in Class 3A. They played 4A teams. They've gone all over the state, and they've gone out of state. And they are a battle-tested squad coming in at number 5 on the season. Leo, as we mentioned, number 9 in Class 3A. And as we saw them in the warm-ups, a team that had all kinds of ups, that is, could really get up and send it down. So it should be a good matchup tonight. Bellmont comes in averaging just under 11 kills a game. Leo just a shade over 12, so pretty evenly matched. 12 service aces per game. The average for Leo, for Bellmont, they come in averaging just about 2 per contest, but I would have to say the edge goes to Bellmont with Grace Hunter, who has tallied 42 service aces this season. And of course, Bellmont comes in with All-State, perennial All-State setter, Taylor Bebo. And we will talk about that in a moment. We want to remind you that these games are brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. You can follow us on Twitter at 260sports.com. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Parkview Sports Medicine is a proud supporter of these broadcasts and Fort Wayne area athletes and athletics. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, and education you need to advance your game. Have questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more? We've got you covered. That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. And we are about ready to get this underway. A match that very likely will go 4 or very 5 sets. Bellmont comes in at this one. (15-6) overall, 2-0 in the Northeast 8. Leo 16-1, 3-0 in the conference. Great to have you along this afternoon, or this evening, I should say. For Bellmont, it'll go like this, at least in the front line right now before the rotation gets set up. Bellmont looks like this up front. Alyssa Bruni, Sage Jerigi, and Tori Miller, the sophomore, who has done a very capable job of kills. But this is a Bellmont team that's shown all season long that they know how to send it home. At Librero, Alyssa Bruni. Taylor Bebout will play on the far side, and here comes the serve from Michaela Caniblo. Push back across, bumps forward. The Librero for Leo gets it across, into the net. The point going to Bellmont. And Bellmont gets things started early, taking the lead. We'll get Leo's alignment set just like this. Right after this, I should say. Bebout, short serve. Picked up. The bump pass to Bruni. Puts it across. Canablo deals it back across. Met with a block at the line. Bellmont standing firm. That one almost handcuffs Bebout. She'll send it forward. Miller taps it across. Picked up by Stewart to the Librero. That one dinked across. Bruni gets it for Bellmont. In the near side. Miller smacks it across. Hissong for Leo. Back pedals. Back on the Bellmont side. And finds the hole on the far side. Bellmont takes the 2-0 lead. Stewart to Canablo, send it across. Bruni comes up with it. Tapped across again by Jerigi. And that one will sneak right in between Jerigi and Miller. Leo gets on the board at 2-1. Katie Crow to serve for the Lions. Crow, a senior. The jump serve. Bruni goes to her knees after the impact. And that one, all kinds of trouble for Leo. 3-1 the score. Miller to serve. Tori Miller, a sophomore. Smacks it down the sideline, and Canablo can't get to it. 4-1 the score. Bellmont on a 4-1 run. Miller serving. She's got one in the books already. Stewart sends it forward, pushed back across, and that one will drop from Brooke Smith. But they say it went in. So 2 straight points under the serve from Miller. Bellmont on top, 5-1. The jump serve. Stewart comes up with it, push forward to Canablo. Back over to the far side. Bruni deals it to the far side, and that one finds the hole. Bellmont gets it in. Madison Macklin. And they say that actually went out. So sends it back to Leo. Maddie Ditmars will serve. Leo behind, 5-2. Bruni passes forward to Bebout behind the back. Caught Leo off guard. Jerigi sends it down. Jerigi known more for her blocks, but certainly capable with kills as well. Extends the lead to 4, equaling the biggest lead in this contest for the Squaws. Bruni serving. Smacks it to the back row, picked up by Ashley Stewart. Leo cuts the lead in half. Katie Setzer to serve now as Leo trails 6-3 in game number 1 or set number 1 of tonight's match. Miller tries to dig it out, but not enough cork to keep it in. It is now 6-4. Leo 15-1 on the season. Misplayed by Bellmont. It is now a 6-5 game. And Setzer has a chance to tie it up. Bellmont jumped out to a 5-1 lead. Jerigi with the return for Bellmont. Smith sends it back. Bruni forward to the near side. Met at the net. It gets through. Canablo deals it to the back row. Bruni picks it up for Bellmont. Smack to the cross and a little bit of confusion. But Bellmont keeps it going. Smith met at the line. Met at the net. Canablo deals it out. Digs it out. Smith again sends it to the back. Bruni there waiting with a little effort. And that one drops right in the middle of 3 defensive players for Leo. And with that, Bellmont takes the 2-point lead. Bellmont has never trailed. They've led by as much as 5. Leo has never led. They've cut it 2 in 1. The serve met by Stewart. Try to smack it across from Hopkins. Sends Leo backpedaling. That sets her. Canablo will send it forward to Smith. She tries to kill it. Finds the net instead of the court. Okanowski continues to serve. The lead now 8-5. Canablo at the line. Finds its way and not enough space for Leo to work. It's now a 9-5 game. Bellmont on top, and Bellmont has controlled the tempo from the get-go. Okanowski serving. Floats it. Stewart has to dive to come up with it. Met at the net. And that one from Okanowski, who came streaking forward, and just sent it into the net. 9-6 the score. We got a substitution coming in. That's Michaela Hissong. Hissong, the senior, That one goes long. Bellmont extends their lead to 4. That is the biggest that they have had tonight. And they've had 1, 2, 3 leads of 4 points or more. Stewart picks it up after the serve, and Canablo just smacks it across. Rachel McBride was serving. It's now 10-7. Addie Cyber to serve. (10-7) Bellmont on top. Leo serving. Bebout sets it behind. Leo on the horse to come up with it. Sets her, sends it back across to Bellmont. Bebout will set it up on a platter for Miller. And that one tapped across. Well, tapped by Leo for the point. Will find its way in. Grace Hunter serving. 42 service aces on the season. She picks up the point for Bellmont again. Another one coming for Grace Hunter, the sophomore. There's a service ace. Leo just watches it drop. It's now a 6-point lead. Biggest lead of the contest for the Squalls. Hunter dribbles it at once. Picks it up with her right hand. Will send it forward. Setzer comes up with it. Met at the line by Jeregi. Canablo sends it back across. And that one goes wide. Crow couldn't find the spot right down the line. Timeout is called. It is now a 7-point game, 14-7. Bellmont on top. And we want to remind you this game brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports.com. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Sports Center is Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer offering equipment rental, embroidery, and screen printing. Sports Center, ready and willing to help you place orders and answer any questions concerning pricing. Sports Center located at 5511 Coventry Lane in Fort Wayne. We also want to thank Parkview Sports Medicine, proud supporter of athletics and athletes in Fort Wayne. Parkview Sports Medicine provides the training, treatment, and education to advance your sports game. If you've got questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more, we've got you covered. That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. Grace Hunter serving again. Leo building their lead to 7. Bellmont building their lead to 7. 14-7. Grace Hunter, who has dealt off 42 aces this season. She's picked up 2 already tonight. It is now 15-7. Closest that Leo has got after the opening moments of the game was 6-5. Another ace finds the spot. (16-7) the score. The Squaws on top. They're the number 5 team in Class 3A. Leo, the number 4 team. Sent long, just behind the defense. And what that does for Bellmont, that gets them off the serve. Sends Michaelo Canablo to serve. Canablo, a junior, and she is a force on the front line for Leo. An 8-point game. Bebout, down to Miller, back on the Bellmont side. Leo answers the call. 2 straight points. 16-9. Leo trying to chip away at that lead. It grew as big as 8. I'm sorry, it grew as big as 9. McBride couldn't get the pass set up. Bellmont coach Craig Kroll comes up to remind Bellmont what to do in that situation. And it's now 16-10. Leo has trimmed off 3 points off to the lead. Miller sends it to the back row for Leo. Michaela Canablo deals it off and into the net, Katie Crow. Bellmont takes the 7-point lead, now 17-10. Checking into the lineup for Bellmont, Madison Macklin, a senior opposite side player. Keep out serving. Met by Miller and set up for Jerigai. Misplayed by Leo. Hissong couldn't make the play. Bebout will serve again. 18-10. Canablo deals it backwards to Crow. Leo gets the point there. 18-11. Crow serving. And that goes long. (19-11). Miller serving. Sends it to the back. Short comes up with it. Met at the line. That one drops. And diving to make the play, but falling just short. Ellie Dykstra. Dykstra, the junior. It's now 20-11. Bellmont inching its way closer. That one goes long. There's no question about that one. Maddie Dittmer serving. Leo trails by 8, 20-12. To the far side it goes. Hissong. And that goes out. Bruni will serve. 21-12. A hesitation, then the quick serve. And threads it right between Myers and Miller. And it should be 21. It should be. I don't think that score is right, but they're going to go with it. Scoreboard shows 23-13. So now it's 22-13. They're going to go with that score, so it is 22-13. Timeout is called. We'll keep it right here. We remind you, Parkview Sports Medicine is a proud supporter of Fort Wayne area athletes and athletics. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, the treatment, and education that you need to advance your game. If you've got questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more, we've got you covered. Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. Winner of this one, you would think, would take command of the conference, lead the NE8, and be in the driver's seat. Both these teams have 2 games left on the schedule. (22-13). Okanowski to serve for Bellmont. Leo shading to the far side. Canablo sets it up from behind to Hopkins. Myers sends it across. Canablo sends it over again. Miller there to dig it out. Bebout sets it up for Jaragai. Matt at the line again. Forward to Bebout. Myers finds the hole. It just drops. (23-13). The short serve. Stewart comes up with it. Canablo deals it off. Okanowski straddling the the sideline, excuse me. It's now 23-14. Michaela Hissong serving. The senior. Miller with a low pass and nobody can get to it. 23-15. Leo continues to serve. Hissong serves. Okanowski makes a play very close to the line. Miller will dink it across to that, finds the spot. Moves it to set point. 24-15. Coming in to serve for Bellmont is Rachel McBride, who has done a pretty good job this season coming up with aces. Setzer, Stewart, now Crow, that one finds the spot. 24-16. Addie Cyber to serve. 24-16. Bellmont with the lead. Miller sends it to the back row. Setzer now to Crow. Met at the line. That one will fall out. And Bellmont will take the game 1 win, 25-16. So there'll be a 3-minute break between these contests, and we want to remind you, today's broadcast, a presentation of SummitCitySports.com. Find us on Twitter, 260sports.com, on Facebook, Summit City Sports, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Again, SummitCitySports.com. Sports Center is Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer, offering equipment, rental, embroidery, and screen printing. Sports Center is ready and willing to help you place orders and answer any questions concerning pricing. Sports Center located at 5511 Coventry Lane in Fort Wayne. Parkview Sports Medicine is a proud supporter of Fort Wayne area athletes and athletics. Parkview Sports Medicine provides the training and treatment that you need, as well as the education to advance your game. If you've got questions about injury prevention, nutrition, we've got you covered. That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. So game number 1 goes to Bellmont, 25-16. And in that span, Bellmont took control early, going on a 5-1 run. But the real point that took the game out of reach, Grace Howner comes in to serve. Bellmont goes on a 6-point run, building what was then a 10-7 lead to a 16-7 lead. Leo was Never able to get much closer than 7 or 8. And Bellmont cruises to the set 1 win, 25-16. Coming up for Bellmont, they're off until Saturday, October 1st. They'll head to Mount Vernon and Fortville, just outside Pendleton, right in that area. Leo returns to action Monday, hosting Snyder. Tuesday, they're at East Noble, and Thursday at Huntington North. So right in the thick of NE8 action. And we're set for game number 2. Leo will take the far court. It'll be interesting to see how Leo responds after dropping set number 1. And it was simply Belmont's sheer will to pull away. Great serving by Grace Hunter. And that's one of the things that Craig Kroll has said all season long, that as their serving goes, they go. Hunter will serve as we get things started in set number 2. The high jump serve in the middle of the court to Kroll. Canablo deals it over. Dug out. Kroll has it. Tapped across off the fingertips. And just enough for Bellmont that they're off balance. Miller sent diving. Can't make the play. Leo on top. 1-0. Michaela Canablo to serve. Tesser checks out. The Librero comes back in. That's Stewart. That's misplayed. Leo takes the 2-0 lead. And a charge sent through this Lion faithful. About as much activity as we've heard from the student body tonight after the 2-0 lead right here. Bebout to Miller. To Stewart. Now to Kroll. She'll hammer it in. Nope, she did not. Too long. It's set up perfectly for Leo. And that one drops. Leo sneaks another point in. 3-1 to lead. Crow, doing the service. Checking out Michaela Hissong. Crow sets it up. Dug out by McBride. Sent home, set up on a platter to Jerigai. 3-2 the score. Miller will serve. The sophomore outside hitter. Leo on top, 3-1. To the near side. Smith makes the play on it. Jerigai sets it over to Bebout. Back at her face, and Miller keeps it in play. Sent long from Myers. Canablo for Leo. Met at the line. Smith still in play. The volley continues. That one drops in. The Leo defense stands strong, sends it home. Dittmers to serve for Leo. The 4-2 lead. Myers sends it over. and not much time for Bellmont to react. (5-2) the score. Dittmer serves again. Bruni goes low to get it. Set it up for Jerigai. That drops. Leo able to get a play on it, but not across the net. Bruni to serve as Bellmont trails by 2. Stewart to Meyer to Canablo to Crow off the fingertips of Macklin. And Leo doing a fantastic job of stopping any potential Bellmont run. Setzer to serve. Back row to Miller. To Bebot. Sets it back up to Miller. Canablo passes it over to Crow into the net. 6-4 the score. Bellmont will have the serve. Okanowski comes in. Okanowski, a senior defensive specialist. The long floating serve. Canablo. And that one rolls out after Smith set it down to net. Bellmont cuts it to within 1. First time tonight that Bellmont has put 2 points back to back. Okanowski serving again, that one into the net. 7-5. Leo's biggest lead came twice. Oh, biggest lead came at 6-3. Hisong will serve. Leo's up by 2. Bruni forward to Bebout. Sends it to Okanowski. And a Leo point. Okanowski over to Bebout to Meyer. Now Canablo sends it right down the line, right parallel with the with the net, and Crow finds the spot, and it's now a 4-point lead for Leo. That is their biggest lead in any point tonight in either set. Hisong continues to serve. Okanowski dives forward. Miller sends it long. Setzer comes up with it. Sent over by Canablo. Bruni picks it up, and the return goes wide and long. A 9-6 game. McBride checks back in for Bellmont. McBride serving. 3-point difference. Leo on top, 9-6. Bruni. Off to Hunter. Back on the Leo side. Push to caught. The double hit. 9-7. Bellmont has had it as close as 1. Into the net. 10-7. Bellmont, after coming out strong in game number 1, has sputtered in this one, to be sure. Leo's defense answering the call, stopping Bellmont from getting any type of momentum. To the back row to Okanowski. Bebout to Miller. Soft touch, drops in. Grace Hunter to serve. She had 2 aces in the first set tonight. That one wide. Back up to a 3-point lead for Leo. 11-8. Ellie Dykstra comes in. Michaela Canablo to serve. The long serve. Jaragai sends it across. Leo still has the play. Got through the block. It drops. 12-8 the score. Canablo sends it to the back row. McBride can't bring it up. Canablo again, another ace. Four straight points for Leo. Bellmont takes the timeout, and wisely so. Sports Center Incorporated is Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer, offering equipment, rental, embroidery, and screen printing. Sports Center is ready and willing to help you place orders and answer your questions concerning pricing. Sports Center, located at 5511 Coventry Lane in Fort Wayne. Four straight points for the Leo Lions. Bellmont has cut it to two numerous times. They've had it as close as one. But one thing that Leo has been able to do is been able to prevent any significant rally by Bellmont. They've scored two straight points, but that's it. Canablo to serve. To Okanowski. To Miller. Tapped across, and Miller loves the soft stuff. Taylor Bebout to serve, the All-State setter. To the back row to Stewart. That one drops right in front of Bebout. 15-9. Crow to serve. Bebout goes into the crowd, and it's saved. Back to the Leo side. A seeing eye kill. Perfectly placed on the near sideline. Crow continues to serve. A 7-point lead. That went out. Tori Miller serving. Brings Crow forward. Now it's sent across and dropped by Leo's Peyton Brady. Maddie Dittmers to serve now. 7-point lead. Bellmont lucky to keep that one in play. Wide. Dykstra couldn't find the spot. (17-11) the score. Bruni's serving. Bellmont trying to get back after being down by 6. Dykstra sends it along. Macklin tried to make a play on it. It goes out. 18-11. Setzer comes in. A 7-point lead. Twice it's been there. Bellmont will get it back, trailing by 6. Okanowski comes in to serve. Macklin will check out. Game number 1 went to Bellmont, 25-16. Okanowski sends it forward on the near side. Setzer to Canablo, met with the block. Crow sets it up, met at the line after the kill attempt from Smith. Bellmont has it back. Swatted across right, Bebout. Canablo to Smith. Waiting for it to come down. Bebout says it's hers. Myers sends it back across. Canablo. Off the fingertips of Bebout. And that was nothing but a reaction. (19-12). Bebout met at the line. The battle goes. Leo will keep it alive. Crow sends it across. Off the fingertips of Grace Hunter. Leo has been forcing a lot of errors too. 8-point lead. Leo on top. Biggest lead of the game. Set up Hunter. She's met by the block. Hunter will set it up on the far side to Meyer. Met at the line. Still tapped across. Sent to the back. Bruni comes up with it. Crunch time for Bellmont. Hunter set it up and nobody's there. A little bit of frustration being shown. Timeout called. Craig Kroll wants to settle the squalls down. 21-12. Leo has had a 3-point run, a 4-point run, and a couple 2-point runs. But the biggest thing they've been able to do is just stop any type of momentum building by Bellmont. Much different game. Bellmont almost, you could say, is coming unhinged. A Bellmont team making mistakes that you don't normally see from the Squalls. Ready to get things started again. Set number 2. Leo dominating, and they have led from the very start. Closest that Bellmont has been 6-5, but that's it. Okanowski to Bebout. Short on the return for Miller. And that's exactly what's been happening. The serve continues from Hissong. Okanowski. Hunter sets it up. Miller too hot to handle by Stewart. Stops a 4-point run at 22-13. McBride to serve. Stewart goes to her knees. Canablo sends it up to Kroll. That one will go off of Bellmont. A 10-point lead. 23-13. Coming in to serve for Bellmont is Amanda Hopkins. A dominating performance by Leo, to say the very least. McBride tries to set it across. Looked like she was trying to get it to Miller, but nobody made any effort to get to it. And the old saying, when it rains, it pours, that pretty well could be what's happened in game number 2 for Bellmont. That one misplayed. And that will give Leo the game 2 win, the set 2 win at 25-13. As expected, it's going to take at least 4 games to win this one tonight. Bellmont came out strong. Putting together runs of 3, 3, 6, and a couple more of 2 to finish off Leo in game number 1. In game number 2, Leo jumped out to the 2-0 lead. Twice it was 1, the latest at 6-5, and Leo didn't look back. They had 1, 2 runs of 4, 2 runs of 3. And Bellmont's points were few and far between in the second set. Tonight's broadcast, a presentation of SummitCitySports.com. Find out what's going on with all high school sports. And I guess you could say Fort Wayne alumni as well at SummitCitySports.com. Keep up to speed as it happens on Twitter at 260sports.com. Our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and of course subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's SummitCitySports.com. Sports Center Incorporated is Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer, offering equipment rental, embroidery, and screen printing. Sports Center ready and willing to help you place orders and answer any questions concerning pricing. Sports Center located at 5511 Coventry Lane in Fort Wayne. Parkview Sports Medicine is proud to support these broadcasts and athletics and athletes in the Fort Wayne area. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, and education that you need to advance your sports game. Have questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more? We've got you covered. Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. And we are set for the third game. Leo in all black, Bellmont in blue shorts with the dark gray top. Leo, of course, on the left side of your screen. Bellmont on the right. Ellie Dykstra on the front line, as well as Peyton Brady and Katie Crow. Serving is Michaela Canablo. Sending it long. Okanowski to beep out. And met by the block after Jaragai sends it. At this point, Leo has Bellmont's number. Goes long. It's a 1-1 game. Beep out will start the serving for Bellmont. Misplayed by Kroll. Stewart able to keep it alive, but nobody can get to it. 2-1 is Bellmont. Controls the serve. Bellmont beep out the setter, the All-State setter, to Stewart. can't play it, and there's a collision between Dykstra and Hissong right at the Leo bench. Of course, that intermission between games no doubt included discussions of keep it calm, keep playing fundamentals. That one goes wide. It's a 4-1 lead for Bellmont. And Bellmont keeping their cool here. Ashley Robbins makes some adjustments, switching Crow over to the left side. Stewart to Canablo, back to Kroll, down the side. A Leo point. Like I said, it's 2 hits, but it was very close to being out of bounds as well. 4-2 the score. Kroll sends it. Hunter comes up with it. Sends it forward to Bebout. Over to Miller. Canablo comes up with it. Stewart sends it back to Dykstra. Dykstra finds the hole after the misplay from Macklin. It's a 1-point game. Leo with the serve, trailing Bellmont 4-3. And if we needed to remind you, it's number 5 Bellmont, it's number 9 Leo, and Leo with the jump serve from Kroll goes way long. Bellmont had a 4-point run with Bebout serving. Miller will now come in. On the sideline, Hissong, back to Hissong, and that drops. I would certainly assume through the remainder of tonight's match, you're going to see a Leo and Bellmont team that's more traditional to the form we've seen. We had a Bellmont team that had a lot of unforced errors in game number 2. Detmer's serving. Bebout sends it to Miller. Back across. Detmer's Miller to Bebout. Meyer on the line. That one will follow, and that one drops. Took a Bellmont roll, as they say, on the net. Leo was able to make a play, but all for naught. Brody serves, smacks. An illegal hit versus against Leo. Hopkins carried it, they said. 7-4. The smack serve again. And Dykstra, from out of nowhere, cuts the lead down to 2, 7-5. Setzer serving. Leo down by 2. We're in set number 3. Bebout to Meyer, to the back row to Kroll. Canablo picks it up. Kroll sends it back across. The diving play by Miller into the net, and Bellmont can't come up with it. But 7-6. Leo will continue to serve. Game number 1 went to Bellmont, as we mentioned. 25-16, 25-13 Leo in set number 2. Meyer to Bebout, to Hunter. Still in play on the Leo side. Hissong handcuffs Bellmont, and now we have a tie game. Setzer looking to the sideline. And Setzer will serve. It's a tie game, 7-7. That one long. It looked really, really close. Okanowski comes in to serve. Setzer to Canablo. Back across from Meyer. Miller digs it out. Bebout will set it up. Hunter sends it across. Canablo sets it over to Hissong. And literally between Bruning and Miller. Hissong continues to serve. Tie game. Second time it's been tied tonight. That one goes long. Bellmont will get the serve back. Takes the lead. Madeline Myers comes in to serve. It's Bruni, Okanowski, Bebout, Hunter, and Miller. For Bellmont, Crow, deal dug out by Bruni, saved by Bebout, sent back across by Miller. Canabla sends it over to Kroll, smacks it. Bebout will send it back and sends Hissong backpedaling. Able to make the hit, but Stewart couldn't get it up. A 2-point lead for Bellmont as Madeline Myers continues her serve. Hissong forward to Canablo, to Kroll, through the block. Bebout will set it back, snaps across, sets her, dives, but can't get to it. A 3-point lead. Ties the biggest lead of the game for Bellmont when it was 4-1. Leo has never had the lead, but they've tied it twice. Myers, Leo picks it up. Over to Kroll. That one perfectly played down the near sideline. Could not ask for it much better. Hopkins to serve for Leo. The jump serve to the middle. Okanowski to Bebout. Sends it across. Gets it again. Set up to Setzer to Canablo. Back across. Setzer to Canablo. Okanowski to Bebout. To Miller. On the sideline, Hissong to the back row to Hopkins. And sent to Brady. Bellmont has it. Miller. Bebout to Miller. Hissong quickly. What a great volley we had. Cindy Meyer to her feet. Bebout sets it up to Miller. Hissong comes up with it again. The play of the game right here. Miller sends it, and the line judge says it's wide for the point Leo. Exchange after exchange, side by side it goes. And Leo wins that chess match. It's a 1-point game. The Lions trailing by 1. Myers to Bebout, to Miller. The high send across. Canablo. Hissong has it down on the Bellmont side. And that one drops. Back up to a 2-point lead for Bellmont. And Grace Hunter, when she is on serving, she is unstoppable. Stewart digs it out to Canablo, to Crow, taps it across. Okanowski, one-handed hit. And Jaragai, who has been quiet tonight, finds the spot. A 3-point lead. Timeout is called by Leo. Probably a smart move as Bellmont is picking up some momentum. (13-10) the score. Leo calls the timeout after surrendering 2 straight points. They've had it tied up twice. Cut it to 1 a couple times. This broadcast brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. (13-10), Grace Hunter. I guess you could call her a sharpshooter when it comes to serving for Bellmont. Had 2 aces in set number 1. 44 on the season unofficially. Stewart to Canablo, to Brady, and then sets her backpedaling after return. It's now 4 points, the difference, 14-10. Hissong to Canablo, to Kroll, smack down. Michaela Canablo. Okanowski goes for knees to Taylor Bebout, sent across by Hunter. The point for Bellmont. 15-11. Bebout will serve. Biggest lead has been 4, and that's where Bellmont is at right now. Stewart to Canablo, to Hissong, and that block doesn't stand. Deflects off Bellmont. Kroll will serve. Leo trying to get back into this one, only down by 3. 15-12, that one into the net. (16-12) as Miller serves. Brady with the kill. Peyton Brady keeping the lead at 3, 16-13. Detmer serving. Myers to Bebout to Jerrigan. And Dykstra found the hole. Leo cuts it to a 2-point contest. Detmer serving again. Myers. And it is long. A 1-point game, 16-15. Detmer continues to serve. Scoreboard a little slow to get it set up. Shows 16-14. And that one finds its way over. And it should be a tie game. Unless they called a replay, and I didn't see that. So we'll keep it set at 16-15. Canablo sends it to the far side to Hissong. Misplayed by Myers, and we have a tie game. the third tie of the contest. Macklin found it very corner. The crowd wanted multiple hits. (17-16). The Squalls leading. Alyssa Bruni serving. Kroll comes up with it. And Leo can't recover. Dykstra had the play on it. The block sends it back. 18-16. Doing some housekeeping. Bruni serving. Bellmont up 18-16. Stewart to Canablo. Dykstra, that one will drop. Dykstra has come on strong in the last set and a half. She comes out, Setzer comes in. 18-17. Miller to Macklin. Macklin saves it. Back to Miller. Canablo will set it up. And doing the kill. Amanda Hopkins. It is all tied, 18-18. Setzer serving with a chance for Lee to take their very first lead of the contest. Meyer to Bebout. That one goes out. Bellmont with the point. It's now 19-18. It'll be a foot race to the finish. Okanowski serving. To Meyer. Bebout. And Canablo will get it back. Sending it long. Bruni on the line. Bebout sends it to Miller. Dug out by Setzer. To Canablo. To Kroll. And nobody will get to that one. 19-19. Who wants it more? This song will serve. Okanowski to Bebout to Miller. The standard combination. And then sit back across the dink from Canablo. Leo with their first lead of the contest at 2019. Hissoff to Okanowski. Misfired. Hunter barely can get to it. It's a 2-point lead for Leo. 21-19. Craig Kroll takes the timeout from Bellmont, tells his kids, you're starting to make the mistakes that you made late in the game in set number 2. We still have a chance to come back. We still have a chance to take this game. Play your game. For Leo, much of the same. Make smart plays. Know your spots. Leo will come back. It's Hopkins, Canablo, Kroll, Stewart, Setzer, and Hissong. For Bellmont, it's Bebout, Hunter, Myers, Okanowski, Bruni, and Miller. Hissong serves. Bruni forward to Bebout. Hunter slides over. Miller comes up with it. We'll set it up for Meyer, and that goes wide. And it's now 22-19. Three-point lead. 23-19. Canablo to Kroll. On the Bellmont side, and Hunter sends it back, sends some backpedaling. Stewart comes up with a Kroll. To Miller for Bellmont. Set it up to Hunter. Stewart has to. Another furious volley. Canablo standing strong. 23-19. Another timeout for Bellmont. At this time, not a case of unforced errors. It's a case of Leo bringing it to the Squalls. Leo up by 4. In the midst of a 7-3 run, Leo is poised to take the Game 3 victory. And the Leo faithful chanting, "This is our house." His song to serve. Okanowski on the sideline. Sets it up. Hunter met by a block. It is now game point. 24-19. And a discussion between the team captains. They say no, that's a Bellmont point. A big break for Bellmont. Meyer serves it. Sent back across. Now it's game point. Canablo has feasted on those short little dinks, those short little dump-offs. 24-20. Hopkins serving. Meyer sends it forward to Bebout. To Miller. And no one able to make the play, but they're still keeping it alive. And then it drops. Game number 3. Leo comes from behind to post the 25-20 victory. And Leo has won 2 straight, and you have to think that they've got all kinds of momentum after that one. And remember, they didn't take the lead until 2019. Went on a 5-1 run to finish it off. And Leo sitting on top of the world after 2 straight wins over a very, very good Bellmont team. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports.com. On Facebook, Summit City Sports. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. SummitCitySports.com. Fans, remember, Sports Center is Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer, offering equipment rental, embroidery, and screen printing. Sports Center is ready and willing to help you place orders and answer questions concerning pricing. Sports Center, located at 5511 Coventry Lane in Fort Wayne. Parkview Sports Medicine, a proud supporter of Fort Wayne area athletes and athletics. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, and education that you need to advance your sports game. You've got questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more, then we've got you covered. That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. Leo setting on top of the mountain right now, leading 2-1 in what could be a fourth and deciding game. Bellmont came out of the chutes early in game number 1. Game number 2, Leo dominated from the start. But give credit to these Lions. They fought their way to get back in the contest. Sticking around, and coaches always talk about teams that stick around. And remember, Bellmont had a 2-point lead late. In fact, they had a 4-point lead at 16-14, and Leo came back from that one to tie it up. There were 4 ties that Leo just kept chipping away and chipping away and chipping away. Bellmont will serve. Myers to get things underway. Myers, Okanowski, Bruni, Bebout, Hunter, and Miller. Serving to Leo. Picked up by Hissong to Canablo to Kroll. Bruni comes up with it. Bebout sends it to Hunter and sets her. The battle at the net, and Canablo wins that one. You can just feel the confidence coming off the Leo sideline. 1-0 the score. Canablo serving. Almost misplayed. Miller sends it long. Canablo all over in the court. Dykstra sends it into the net. One the score. Bellmont serving. Leo wants to get things started early, put this one away early. Hunter sends it long. Kroll. Now back on the Bellmont side, and a long kill. Sage Jerigi. Have not called her name a lot tonight. She has been ice cold. Hunter will now serve for Bellmont. Up 2-1 right now, but they're trailing 2-1. Hunter skims off the net. Canablo sets it over to Hissong. Hissong will send it on home. Now Crow serves. 2-2 the score. Hops into it. Meyer. Jaragai gets stuck with the block. Leo up. 3-2. Meyer to Bebout, to Taylor. I'm sorry, to Miller, and that one finds its way in. 3-3 the score. Goes long on the serve from Bebout. Just trading points at this juncture. Brady and Stewart will check out. We got Detmer and who else came in? We're blocked, so we can't see all the Leo side. Miller comes up with the kill, tie game, 4-4. So it's Dykstra, Canablo, Hopkins, Stewart, Hissong, and Crow. Miller serves for Bellmont. Hissong comes up with it. To Hissong at the net. Can't get it across. Bellmont up 5-4. Miller to the back row. Dykstra met by a two-girl block. Jeregi and Meyer teamed up to send it back. 6-4. Bellmont holds serve. (6-4) the score. Miller over to Hissong. Meyer comes up with it, dinked across Chit before Bebout can get to it. Sets her into the net, but it's playable. Hissong. Meyer for Bellmont. Bebout sends it back to Macklin. And that can't get through the block. Tie game again. Third tie of the contest. Setzer smacks it to the back row to Hunter. Sent across from Jaragai. Canablo. To Crow, dinked across by Jaragai, kept alive. Bebout has it. To Hunter. Meyer reaches for it. To the back row. Canablo, but not before Hissong gets to it. And that one will drop. And you saw in the background, actually, Robbins leaping literally beside herself over that play. Bruni serving. Canablo. Bruni comes up with it again. Set up for Hunter. Slammed home. A 2-point lead for Bellmont. And that one will drop. Leo will serve, trailing by 1. Bellmont on top, 8-7. Miller to her knees. And a little trouble at the line. Erica McDowell comes into the game. First time that we've called her number tonight. It's tied up, 8-8. Leo on a 2-point run. A little low. Bebout has no trouble getting it up. To Crow. And Brony barely able to even make a play on it. 3 straight points, and that makes it a 1-point lead for Leo. Hissong serving. Miller to Bebout. To Hunter. Met by the block. 4 in a row. Greg Kroll calls the timeout. Bellmont trailing by 2, but it's a 4-point run for Leo. And Leo would love nothing better than to step on the gas. A clash of state-ranked foes tonight. Number 9, Leo. Number 5, Bellmont in Class 3A. And by the way, there is a lot of teams around Northeast Indiana. Not as many as there were a couple weeks ago. Lakewood Park, number 16 in 1A. Bellmont Christian, number 5 in 1A. Bishop Dwenger, number 10 in 3A. Carroll, number 16 in 4A. And it wasn't that long ago that Heritage and Bishop Lewis, as well as Norwell, hanging out in the 3A poll. Again, a 2-point lead for Leo. Craig Kroll, the Bellmont coach, takes the timeout. Wants to make sure things don't get too far ahead of themselves. Meyer to Bebout, sends it across, one-handed smack back. She'll set it up again. Going long, played by Leo, but they can't get to it. And McDowell setting up on the kill, or setting up for the point. She will now serve. Erica McDowell. That one goes long. It's not put on the board yet. There it is. That goes long. Hopkins to serve, and it's now 11-10. Bellmont trailing by 1. Meyer serving. To the near side of Kroll. That goes wide. We have a tie game again. Four times this game has been tied. Bellmont with the serve. Canablo sends it wide to Kroll. And they say a lift by Bellmont. It's now 12-11. Game number 4. Bellmont won number 1, 25-16. Leo comes back with a pair of wins in games 2 and 3 by scores of 25-13 and 25-20. Leo didn't have a lead until 2019. Miller taps it across. That drops. Another tie. 12-12. Leo's biggest lead has been 2. Bellmont's biggest lead has been 2. It's all knotted up at 12-12. Going long, or going wide, I'm sorry. One-point lead for the Lions, 13-12. Kroll serving, hops into it, into the net, still playable. And I think Bellmont just wasn't expecting it to come across. 2-point lead, 14-12, but whatever it takes if you're Leo. Goes long. Bellmont will get the serve back. Trailing by 1, 14-13. Bebout will serve. Stewart to Canablo. Met by the block. Still in the Leo side. Dykstra met by the block, and that one will drop. And for the 6th time in this 4th game, we have a tie contest. Taylor Bebout serving. Little short, gets it across. Hissong with the return. Hunter. And Miller will get it through. Bellmont on top, 15-14. Dinked across by Miller, dug up by Leo. And Hissong sends that one home. And all of a sudden, 7 ties to this contest, 15-15. Didmer serving. To Bebout. To Miller. On the Leo side now. Kroll sends it up. Meyer to Miller. One-handed play, but Leo still able to keep it alive. Canablo sends it off to the far side of Hissong. Now Bellmont has it. Bebout saving it. I'm sorry, Miller saved it. Bebout pushed it back across. Into the net. Leo has it on their side. And that one will still be alive. That looked like it could have dropped. There has been a lot of these type volleys tonight. And sending it for the score, Leo and Amanda Hopkins. 16-15, Leo. They serve. Dittmers does it. Misplayed by Bellmont. (17-15). Not the dominating performance that you'd come to expect from Bellmont as we've seen this season. The Bebout sets it up for Jurgai. That drops. 17-16. Miller serving. And right between 3 defenders. Folks, I'll tell you, I think this is a Leo team that's not going to be denied tonight. Jurgai gets it across. Canablo, no look. Bebout right there. Miller will send it to Meyer, gets it across, it drops. Bellmont staying around. 18-17 the score. Bruni. Canablo on the Leo side. Back on the Leo side. Goes long, and we have a tie game. (18-18). No team is led by more than 2. That one drops. Hopkins skies, and it seemed like she was floating in the air for eternity. Hissong serving, 19-18. Leo on top. The jump serve. Miller to Bebout. A one-handed hit. Bruni keeps it alive. 4 hits. It is now 20-18. Both these teams going to throw everything they've got right now. Peabody to Hunter. Bellmont gets it back. Peabody has a hand on it. Hunter over to Myers. Digging it up is Setzer, and it drops on the Bellmont side. 2019, and Bellmont will serve. Erica McDowell has it. Timeout called by Leo. Leo has won 2 straight. As we mentioned, they want to finish it off right now. The 4th game, the first went to Bellmont, 25-16, 25-13, and 25-20. Leo victors in games 2 and 3. Erica McDowell serving for Bellmont. Leo, the timeout with a 1-point lead. In a match that's approached 2 hours, misplayed by Hissong. We have a tie. Played on the line by Hopkins. Kroll sends it long. Bellmont with the lead, 21-20. Crowd not liking it, but it did look long. That one goes long. 21-21. Stewart comes out. Checking in is Peyton Brady for Leo. Okanowski in the game for Bellmont. She will replace Erica McBride. (21-21). Both these teams battling for it hard. Leo has it right between Miller and Meyer. And Craig Kroll holds his hands out to his squalls, wanting not so much an explanation, but a rhetorical, what are we doing? He takes the timeout. No room for error, or very, very little room. Leo with the 1-point lead. Leo wants to finish it off, as we've been saying throughout. However, it has not been easy for them. Biggest lead tonight has been 2, and it has been traded. We have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ties in this contest. Each of these teams, it's been like an inch-by-inch crawl up a mountain. Hopkins to the back row. Bebot into the net. To get it back, and Hunter finds the hole. It's tied again, 22-22. 11 ties in this set alone. Madeline Myers serving. Pushed through by Michaela Canablo. She has feasted all those plays tonight. And look who's serving. Michaela Canablo. To Miller to the far side. Stewart will set it up for Hissong. Bruni brings it up. Miller met by the block. It is game point. It is set point. It is match point. Leo on top, 24-22. Michaela Canablo, who has been a beast at the net all night, is serving. The Leo faithful to their feet. Leo wants it bad. And into the net. So Bellmont will survive for at least one more point. Again, Bellmont trailing by one. They've got the serve, 24-23, the jump serve. Okanowski to Bebout, to Miller. That one goes wide. But they say it went off of Leo. We are going overtime. 24-24. Leo takes the timeout. Wow! And folks, typically the game is played to 25. We have no less than 12 ties in this contest. Can you get any closer than this? Bellmont has had their backs to the wall and they've come back. They're trying to force a fifth set. Leo had a 2-point lead. Bellmont going two straight to erase that. Grace Hunter, who has done masterful serving all season long for the Squalls. That one will go long. So now we come to game point, the set point, and the match point. Kroll sends it across into the net. Okanowski goes down to Miller. And that one is in. For the 13th time tonight, we have a tie. For the 13th time in this set. Bebout to serve. Dug out by Meyer to Bebout to Miller. Played by Kroll. Hissong met by the block. Stewart backpedals. Hissong goes at it again. Meyer over to Miller. Miller will get it. Misplayed out. Bellmont with the lead and a chance to force the fifth game. And just a chance to collect breath. Ellie Dykstra will come in. Brooke Smith will check out. Taylor Bebout. Serving to keep Bellmont alive. Canablo to Dykstra. That one drops. And Leo forces overtime again. 26-26. Maddie Dykstra serving. In a match that's about 2 hours old at this point, It's no closer to what it was when we started. That one is wide. It is not wide. The point for Bellmont, 27-26. Miller to the far side, played by Stewart. And Bellmont will force the fifth game. 28-26. Wow, a 3-minute break. And we'll play to 15. This broadcast brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. You can follow us on Twitter at 260sports.com. On Facebook at Summit City Sports, and subscribe to our Facebook page. And if you like this game, we've got all kinds more just like this one. Football, of course, basketball, soccer, volleyball. If it's a sport, Summit City Sports covers it at the high school level. This game brought to you by Sports Center, Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer, offering equipment rental, embroidery, and screen printing. Sports Center, ready and willing to help you place your orders and answer any questions concerning pricing. Sports Center, Inc., located at 5511 Coventry Lane in Fort Wayne. So Bellmont will force a fifth and deciding game, winning 25-16. Losing 25-13, 25-20, and then coming back, forcing, for all intents and purposes, overtime to win 28-26. A type of match that you expected from these state-ranked foes. Bellmont number 5, Leo number 9. One loss on the season for Leo. They have won 9 straight. Bellmont, 10 of the last 12. And game number 5 coming your way in a moment. Right, Dykstra, Hissong, and Hopkins, the first to take the court for Leo. Bellmont still wrapped up in their huddle. Bellmont coach Craig Kroll looking at each and every one of his squalls right in the eye, showing the urgency of the moment. A little more relaxed on the Leo side. Peyton Brady takes the court. And we are set. And like they have all night, the Leo student body has been on its feet. And a match that's well over 2 hours. Got started a little past 7 o'clock. Michaela Canablo to serve for Leo. The sign on the Leo side, a dry erase board that says this is it. And it very well is. Hunter met by the block. That one will go off of Leo, however. And the discussion continues. Both officials meeting. Bellmont acting. Okay, so it does go to Leo. That's what I thought it was initially. The Bebot sends it back across. Kroll sends Bruni, then dinked across. The volleys continue. There's been a lot of them tonight. Canablo. And Miller picks it up for Bellmont, met by the block. Leo stays alive with it. Dykstra sends it across. Okanowski sent tumbling. And Dykstra has slid across for those diagonal shots with almost no answer tonight. It has been Canablo at the line with blocks and little dinks. Diving to come up with it. Kroll. And misplayed. A rare miss by Hissong at the line. Obviously very frustrated. 2 straight points for Bellmont. The first to 15 by 2 wins. Canablo sends it off. Okanowski to Bebout, to Miller. That one goes long. Craig Kroll wanted it deflected, and they say it was a deflection. So the point to Bellmont. Canablo over to Hissong. Bruni misplays it. Leo up 3-2. Hissong will serve. Tapped off of Leo. It's a 3-3 tie. Hunter, a powerful serve. And a whistle before the hit. The point goes to Leo. Brady will come out. Dittmers will serve. Also, Stewart is out as well. To Bebout, to Miller. That one drops just past the diving Matty Dittmers. 4-4 the score. Bebout serving. She kept Bellmont alive in that fourth game with serves late. Bebout sends it across. And set up for Kroll. And the chest bump. Tetzer comes in to serve. Point for Bellmont. Five. Miller serving. And Bellmont can't find the handle. Bebout made the play, but couldn't keep it alive. Crow serving. Hunter has to go to her knees to get it. Set up to Jerigai. That one is long. It's now 7-5. Leo on top, 7-5. Kroll serving. Goes long. Bruni into the net. Leo on top, 8-6. Hopkins will serve. Beller digs it out. Into the net. A 3-point lead for Bellmont. A timeout called by Bellmont. Tonight's broadcast presented by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. You can like us on Facebook, Summit City Sports. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel. SportsCenter is Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer offering equipment rental, embroidery, and screen printing. SportsCenter is ready and willing to help you place orders and answer any questions you may have concerning pricing. SportsCenter located at 5511 Coventry Lane in Fort Wayne. Hopkins serving. Miller makes the play. Can't do anything with it. Now a 4-point lead. (10-6). Hopkins serves. That one into the net. Erica McDowell serving. Bebout gets it to drop. Bellmont cuts it to a 2-point game. 10-8. Timeout is called. Bellmont in the midst of a streak where they've won 10 of their last 12 games. Leo has won 9 straight. Bellmont will take some time off until Saturday, October 1st, when they head to Mount Vernon in Fortville. Leo will play Snyder Monday. Head to Kendallville and East Noble Tuesday. And Thursday, we'll play at Huntington North. So 2 big Northeast 8 conference games. But the winner tonight will take a huge step forward in winning the conference. Of course, lots of volleyball to be played. But the winner gets in the driver's seat. McDowell serves. Canablo will set it up to Hissong. Meyer digs it up. Bernie comes up with it. The pass to Hunter. And Leo can't get to it. After being down by 4, Bellmont trails just by 1. McDowell looks to the sideline. The Bellmont bench swats it into the net. (11-9) the score. Okanowski comes in. McDowell will check out. To Miller. To Bebout. To Jeremiah, and that one drops. It is 12-9. Back to a 3-point lead for Leo. Bellmont takes the timeout. Craig Kroll not willing to let anything slip through his squaw's hands. They had it as close as 1 at 10-9. They've surrendered 2 straight points. Parkview Sports Medicine, a proud supporter of Fort Wayne area athletes and athletics. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, and education that you need to advance your sports game. If you have questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more, then we've got you covered. Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. Canablo serves it into the net. And you can see the frustration collectively here at Leo High School. The block holds. Bellmont with the point. And back to a 1-point game. Madeline Myers serving for Bellmont. A chance to tie it up. Hissong to Canablo, back to Hissong. Set up to Bebout to Miller. And that one drops. A tie game, 12-12. Bellmont, which seemed to be heading nowhere fast, has erased a 3-point deficit, and now Leo calls the timeout. Tonight's broadcast, a presentation of SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Again, 260 Sports, SummitCitySports.com, and of course on Facebook and YouTube. You got it set? All right. And both of these teams break huddle with more than 20 seconds remaining in their timeout. They want to play. Myers serving for Bellmont. The junior outside hitter who has played very, very well tonight. Misplayed. Bellmont with the 13-10 lead. A team that literally was on life support in the last game is in the position to take this one. Bebout to Miller. At the line, that one drops. And it is now set point and match point. Bellmont trailing 2-1 and was at match point in Leo's favor. Now has a chance to put the dagger in. Misplayed. Leo wins it. 15-12. Hissong can't make the play and just swats it away out of frustration. Bellmont winners 3-2 by finals of 25-16, 25-13, 25-20, coming back to win and set number 4, 28-26, and beating Leo in the fifth and deciding set, 15-12. So Bellmont stays atop of the NE8, improves on the season to 16-6. Leo drops to 16-2. Again, this has been a presentation of Summit City Sports. Follow us on Twitter at 260 Sports, on Facebook at Summit City Sports, and on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. So long, everybody.